Everyone, welcome back to another video at the Capital Traders Group and another Smart Money Sundays. Now, apologies for last week. I did miss. I was a little busy, but I'm back for another week. So let's just jump right into it. So first thing first, let's get started with the DXY as we always do. I think DXY is the most important to get started with. Now, if you recall from last week, right, we took out these highs at 103. Now, there was a clean liquidity resting here on the left, and we've just swiped that on Friday's high. So Friday's high took out that resting liquidity, which I found very interesting. Because usually Thursday and Friday you see a reversal in trend, but we saw a continuation, right? We saw clean flows of orders, liquidity being built, and liquidity is now been taken. So now what I'm anticipating for the DXY, I'm still bullish, but short term I'm bearish because we've taken this liquidity. I think next week we come in to retest this zone potentially on Monday, okay? And then Tuesday we see expansion, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I think we come back into 102.2. So I'm playing this range. Now, if I go on the higher time frame, because I'm bearish short term, right? I am on the daily time frame. Let's go back on the daily time frame. What do you see, right? So previously, right, in July, we took out these lows, right? Where I said I'm still not bearish. We took out these lows here on the left. So we swiped this low and then we saw a complete reversal in trend. Now, this is too deep of a retracement to think of a continuation occurring. But what do you actually see? What pattern do you see? Right? If you're vigilant enough, you'd be able to see we have a left shoulder, we have a head, and then we have a potential gearing of a right shoulder. Okay? If that is the case, then I will be extremely more bullish when we come down to 102, right? So right now I am looking for that retracement to occur because we don't, after you see sweeps of liquidity like this, you don't see continued bullish pushes, right? You see after sweep of liquidity as prominent at this level, you see a retracement. So that's why I'm waiting for price to at least come down into this level 102, potentially 102.05, back into this blue zone. From there, okay, that's where I'll look to be long again on the dollar. But for now, I am short on the dollar. I'm going to be looking for shorts on 103.5 and then just play this short range down, okay? And then from potentially next week, or if this move happens quick, to be fair, we could see as long as volume picks up. Usually you don't see as strong volume in August because August and end of December, the last 2 weeks of December, are usually the slowest month in the market. They're the most awkward months in the market, mainly because of just less volume in the market. So I think the second phase of this move will occur next week. But if it does, I will look to aggressively buy up these levels because I do on the high time frame see a head and shoulders pattern occurring. Okay, and that's on the daily time frame. So it's more high probable. But that's the scenario I see playing out for the DXY. So I'll be looking for sells into buys. Let's move over to EU, right? Somewhere we can actually trade this information on. Now, if you recall, right, I did have this zone mapped out where I wanted the price to come into 1.109. However, it failed. Okay, if you follow me on our public Telegram channel, I recommend you do because I do post free setups on there. I did say we're gonna. I was long here, and then I took profit at this level. Okay, and then I flipped bearish once we broke this low and price was extremely bearish. So Friday took shorts. I've been riding those shorts and then I look to scale in on those shorts down here, which I'll just show you momentarily. Let me go on the lower time frame quickly. So if you see, it's on TradingView it shows on filled, but on actual by a pip, I think my broker did not fill me in, right, on this sell, which was quite frustrating. But it happens. Just moved on. But currently, we've just been slowing down in trend and pushing down lower, right? Again, what do you see here? We've taken this liquidity and we've just spiked down here on Friday. Now, this is a good sign of a reversal. So I don't, my high time frame objective, obviously, on EU is still we come down to 1.076. Okay, I'm still bearish on EU, all right? Because I'm still bullish on the dollar. But because of that short-term retracement I'm anticipating, I will be looking for longs coming into Monday and Tuesday, right? Once a Monday range is defined, depending on volatility, I will be looking for price to come, right? Retest this low again, potentially even wick out this low, and then look for structure to break to the upside. Once that is occurred, I will be looking for short-term retracements to then long this fucker back up, and then my targets would obviously be this high and then potentially come into this high for us to then potentially come and retest this zone. And depending where the dollar is, okay, from there I can look to either wait to see if price flips this level. If it does, I'm going to long this continuously up, or wait for price to break this level, come back down, and then short it back down. Okay, again, this will depend on how quickly the dollar can move, because I am anticipating that reversal to occur. So this scenario is what I'm anticipating, but depending on when we come into the second phase, when my objectives are met, I need to wait to see where price is. It may be at this level, maybe a little higher, and then from there, if I see a deviation, that will be the most high probable scenario to short this back down into 107 for a swing trade. Okay, that's the scenario I want to see playing out. But for now, I am looking for longs. Okay, you could see sort of liquidity being built here, right? A sort of a trend reversal starting to occur. I just want to see price come back into 1.08, mainly because 1.08 is a prominent demand level on the higher time frames. So I need to see price wick out this low again, see a swing failure, a break of structure, the retracement, then I'll long to target these liquidities above. Okay, so that's the game plan for EU. Right, let's move over to Bitcoin. Right, I've been getting a lot of messages about this. BTC. Now, if you recall, let me go on the daily. Right, if you recall from Smart Money Sunday a couple of weeks ago, I did map out a distributive pattern here, wick off pattern, where I was short here. I said price is going to break down, come out and target at least this low, and we have wicked out this low. Okay, now on different exchanges you would have seen this low being wicked out and on others not. That's just mainly because of illiquid conditions in the market. So you have, when there's less liquidity in the market, you have more volatility. Okay, just because there's a lot of less orders, right? It can slip a lot, which I'm not going to get into right now. But if you recall, I was short from here. I was anticipating price to come up a little higher, take out some liquidity, and then look for shorts. I did miss that, unfortunately, but it happens. You can't catch every top and bottom. But now currently, now we've wicked out this low, right? My second target I'm anticipating is price to come down and wick out this other low, okay? This low here at 23.8, okay? But there's two scenarios that I want to see play out first, right? First is what I'm looking for is price to come back above, all right, and fill in this imbalance zone. At least fill in this imbalance zone at 27.5K, and then come down to take out this liquidity. Okay, from there I will have to wait to see how price plays. Okay, because either we reclaim this level back above and then come back above into 27K, and then I can either look for shorts here or wait to see how this level plays and then look if price reclaims higher, or I just look for shorts here if I see distributive pattern on the lower time frames, and then short this fucker back down into the 20K regions. Okay, now the reason why I'm anticipating price to come back above into this level here is, one, we have imbalances, right, that need to get filled. Secondly, there's also a CME gap, right, that needs to get filled. Let me just go into crypto to show you quickly, right? If you look here, let me go on the 4 hour, you can see here we have a CME gap at that's open up until 27,500. Okay, so I'm waiting for price to come back into this level, okay, to see if it once it does get filled, then I'll observe price PA to see either we come back to swipe the lows again, and then we continue up higher. Okay, because I do want to see a sweep of that liquidity, okay, of the low, but that's only after this this gap is filled. Now the other scenario I see playing out is if price doesn't come to fill out this gap first, okay, where this imbalance is 27.5, if we don't come to fill out this first, then we're likely going to come out, okay, and take out this low here, okay, which is actually better, because if we come down, right, and then wick out this low, and then I see a clean reclaim, right, and then bullish price action, it helps the RR for us to long, because then we do have clear objective into 27.5, and then we can just long into 27.5. Okay, because it will give us a nicer risk to reward trade. If we go, let me just bring up the RR tool. It gives us a nicer risk to reward trade. Okay, nice 1 to 5 potential trade to just long this back above, because increase the probability of us coming back above to this level, and we don't have objective to come lower, at least on the lower time frame. Okay, because currently I'm going to be playing this level to level. Now the macro where I'm looking to buy spots and etc., that is I'm only going to share with my private members as they pay for that information. But short term, this is the sort of position I'm looking for. Okay, I'm going to be looking to long this with leverage. Okay, so if you guys do want information about what alts etc., where I'm buying crypto etc., just link will be in the description below for all of that information. But currently, that is what I'm looking at for BTC. Okay, I want to see price come above into 27k fill gap, then liquidate this low, or liquidate this low and then come above. All right, either scenario I am ready for, and that's the most probable scenarios I do see playing out for Bitcoin in the near future. Just because we've seen a nice volume wick, we have left price inefficiency behind. So now that's going to get filled one way or the other. Either we take liquidity first or we fill. Simple. Okay. Now for the final thing asset I'm going to cover is gold. Okay. Now, if you recall from the previous videos, from the previous video I covered gold. I was long on gold, but I did say that I was looking for short if price failed to break this high again. Let me just show you here. Okay, and it actually played out beautifully. Okay, price came out, broke this structure low, and then retested this high. And then actually, if you caught this, well done. But yeah, it played out absolutely perfectly to the T. Took out this low, gave us a retracement, retested that high again, and then short that back down. Okay, very, very clean setup on gold. Okay, but now currently from what I see, right, let me go on the high time frame. We've taken out this low. Okay, we've taken out this low on gold. Okay, now thing about the analysis on DXY is when you see slow momentum like this, especially on most assets, but including on gold, it's usually a confidence for a reversal. Okay, because when you see slow momentum like this, it means sellers are slowing down in the market, and it looks like buyers are ready to step in. And on top of that, now we've swept this low. I think we potentially come back down, and then look for a reclaim of this level to long this back above. Okay, let me go on the lower time frame just to mark this out a little better for you. Okay, so we have clean slow momentum here, but we also have a clear trend, right? We have a clear trend with all this slow momentum in the market. Okay, right, you see a clear trend. So once you see a trend like this, and then I'm anticipating one more probably purge of liquidity, a reclaim, a structure break above 1890, and then look for longs. Okay, I will be looking for longs back into potentially 1944. Now this is in line with our DXY analysis, because I'm anticipating a bearish move on the DXY. So hence why this analysis also does line up, which is another confidence, right? Increase the probability of this move to take place. Okay, and then next week, okay, I will be looking for potential shorts from this level back down. So basically what we're looking for here is buys, okay, buys into sells, okay, because this is a prominent bearish zone where a structure broke from this level. So this is a good zone where I'd be looking for shorts from, but this is likely play out next week. This week I'll be looking for those longs to come into the dollar. Okay, very, very simple analysis, but again, if you guys make sure you guys mark out these levels in your charts, because it will help you perform better for the new week. But with all that said and done, if you guys did seek value from this video, please do like and subscribe. It helps me, and it lets me know you guys want me to do more of these videos every Sunday. And with all that said and done, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.